Here we're asked to write each of the following rational expressions as a simplified single fraction. So first one here is multiplication. So I'm actually going to kind of just multiply across, put them all on the same line, and see what I can do. So first becomes x plus y times 2 times x squared times y on the top. And then bottom becomes x times y. Oops. And then the x squared minus y squared is a difference of squares, so I'm going to actually factor that into x plus y times x minus y. And now I can kind of simplify some things because when I divide, they become 1. So x plus y divided by x plus y is 1, x divided by x is 1, y divided by y. And so what I'm left with here is just 2x on the top and then just x minus y on the bottom. So there's my single fraction. Second one here takes a little bit more because I'm adding, so I need to multiply the top and the bottom by something to make sure that the denominators are the same. So the left side I'm multiplying by x minus 2, the right side I'm multiplying by x plus 2, and I'm going to go ahead and distribute the tops there. I'm going to go ahead and leave the bottom really quick as x plus 2 times x minus 2. So the top becomes 3x squared minus 6x plus 2x squared plus 4x. And now my denominators are the same, and I'm going to add the tops together. So 3x squared plus 2x squared is 5x squared. It's going to be minus because negative 6x plus 4x is negative 2x. Then my denominator, x minus 2 times x plus 2, is just x squared minus 4. So there's my single fraction that I've turned it into. And I can move on to the last one. This one here, I could do the same thing that I did for b, where I multiply both sides by a giant 1. But in this one, it gives me a hint that says, hey, rewrite the denominator of the second fraction. And I notice here that these are just flipped. And so really what I could say is that this is negative 1 times, or factor out the negative 1, times x minus 1. So technically 1 minus x is equal to negative 1 times x minus 1. And just to show you that, if I were to distribute that, it would become negative x plus 1, which is the same thing as this. So technically these two things are equal. So I'm just going to rewrite that and pull out that negative 1 to the front. And so what I end up getting here, another way I could look at this is I could go ahead and move that negative 1 out to the front. So I have x over x minus 1 minus negative 1 times 2 over x minus 1. So what this ends up becoming is x plus 2 over x minus 1. Maybe I made too big of a jump there. So again, this one here gets multiplied by this. I get x minus negative 2. Sorry if that was too big of a jump. So I made the denominators the same now. I distributed the negative here. So if I subtract a negative, it's like adding a positive, which then gives me x plus 2 over x minus 1. So a little bit tricky to think about, but as you get more practice with problems like this, you'll kind of see these patterns to help make this a little bit easier.